Some people in our world today have arrogated to themselves without knowing it the title of a deputy God and assistant Jesus. These are people who feel they are equal to God. These are people who feel that God is not doing his job, therefore they are in a better position to do God's job for him. These are people who feel they have been designated by God to act on his behalf. These people have elevated themselves from being human to being God. They think they have a direct line to heaven. They feel like God should consult them for permission before he blesses anyone. These people think they are better than everyone else. They feel they have the moral high ground to determine what should be and what should not be, who is right and who is not right, who God should bless and who God should not bless, who God should show mercy and who God should not show mercy, who will make heaven and who will not make heaven. These people think they hold the key to heaven, and unless they allow you to go in, you cannot enter. They feel they have the supernatural power to probe into everyone's heart to ascertain their relationship with God. These set of people are so judgmental. They criticize others so destructively and harshly. They have no patience and tolerance for those who are weak and struggling. These people forget that every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. They are angry with God because God is a merciful and a forgiving Father. They would have preferred God to destroy and wipe away sinners and let them perish. These people do not like the fact that God makes the rain to fall on the just and the unjust. This is exactly the attitude of the senior brother of the prodigal son in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 15. This is also the same attitude with the laborers who grumbled at the master of the house in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 20, that he chose to pay the same amount to all the laborers, both those who came earlier and those who came later. These people who think they are assistant Jesus are always mad at God when he shows generosity and benevolence to those. They feel they do not deserve it. They are filled with bitterness and hate. They think they are practicing religion, but they are not. They hide under the guise of religion to sow the seed of hate and division. They are exploiting religion. They are using religion to hurt people. Jesus said that he did not come for the righteous, that he came for sinners. These people fail to understand that every human being is a work in progress. No one is perfect. We all make mistakes. We are all striving to be better than who we are yesterday. These people feel they are the only ones who deserve the mercy of God, but when it comes to others, other people do not deserve the mercy of God. When we encounter someone who is not doing the right thing, pray for them, talk to them gently and in love, be patient with them, show them God's love. Maybe one day, God's grace may catch up with them, and they will change their evil ways. Maligning sinners and ostracizing them is not the way to win them back to God. God is not a harsh and angry God. Everybody is different. We should learn how to appreciate our differences, uniqueness, and diversity. Do not expect everybody to behave the same way you behave. People are not bad people simply because they do not live your way or according to your standards. Who are you? Who made you God? You are not God. You are a mere mortal. One day you will die. You too have made mistakes in the past. Let God be the ultimate judge. Do not be too quick and hasty to call people out, point accusing fingers on them, and impugn on their character. Let people breathe. Stop going around thinking you are going to fix everybody. Remove the log of wood in your eyes first before you can see clearly to remove a tiny stick in the eyes of your neighbor. Let God be God. Let God do his thing. God knows what he is doing. Stop thinking that God is foolish or that he is not doing his job. That is very arrogant. The world and all peoples belong to God. None of us has the power to dictate to God who will go to heaven and who will not go to heaven. You cannot tell God who to bless or not. God can bless whoever He wills. If you are not comfortable that God has chosen to bless someone you don't like, it is your problem. Let people breathe. The last time I checked, God has not appointed any deputy for Himself. Jesus has never appointed any assistant Jesus either, as far as I know. Stop crying more than the bereaved. A kettle cannot keep calling a pot black. If you are using one finger to point at someone, the other four fingers are pointing at you. Apostle Paul in Romans chapter 15 tells us, "We who are strong ought to bear with the failings of the weak and not to please ourselves." Each of us should please our neighbors for their good, to build them up. Encourage and support each other. Build each other up. Stop tearing one another down.